Hey, what's up, guys? Mark here at Wired Customs. It's like 30 degrees here in Texas. A lot of people think it doesn't get cold. It does get cold. But today we're working on a fourth order bandpass for 4/8. The 8s that we're using are the DD Audio 2508. For years now, I have told you guys that is the best 8-inch on the market, period, and it still is. It's an 8-inch on paper. It has an 8-inch cutting diameter, which is larger than a standard 8 because it's larger than a standard 8. It's actually around a 9.25-inch speaker instead of an 8. So you get more area there compared to the standard speaker that's in an 8. Fourth order bandpass, which means part of it is a sealed chamber, which is right here. And the other part is a ported chamber. There's the port right there. And the port on the ported chamber is always pretty large. We like to do around 20 to 22 cubes. Sorry about that. For the port, everybody has their own way of building these bandpass enclosures. This is just one way that we do ours. If you look at the really, really loud cars out there, and I'm talking about people you probably don't know personally that are doing extremely high numbers, a lot of their bandpasses look like this. There's something about the way this cavity is that allows it to pressurize a little bit easier than as opposed to had we taken it straight across, scooted it to the rear a little bit more. We've tried everything out there, all different orientations, all different airspaces. I don't know, we probably easily built 1,000 of them. Me and Brian, he's built a ton of them as well. But this thing's gonna be pretty loud. We're gonna be running it on a true 5K amplifier. I have to always use that word true because there's a lot of brands and a lot of amplifiers out there that will state it does a power, and it's not doing the power that it states. And I'm not only talking about off-brand equipment like Power Acoustic, Planet Audio, Nemesis. If you have a Nemesis, it's not doing the power that it states. I don't care which line of it that you have. But there's even some name brand amplifiers now with the introduction of full range amplifiers being used for bass. You may or may not know, but those amplifiers generally will do their power at a little over 100 hertz on the bass amps because they can't scientifically get it like what it is on a Korean amplifier or even a Chinese amplifier, where it's doing its power that it states at 40 hertz or down in the lower range. So if you have a full range 5K amplifier and it's stating that it's doing 5K, just know that it's probably around, it will do that power around 100 to 150 hertz. You're never going to be playing at 100 to 150 hertz. The lower you go, the lower frequencies you play, or even the normal frequencies that you play, it's not doing the power that it states. On the full range amps, I am only talking about the full range style of amplifier. So it's kind of pointless, isn't it? You're paying for 5,000 watts. A lot of people are jumping to these full range amplifiers for one reason, and it's literally one reason: price. If the Korean amplifier, let's call it a 2K, a quality 2K Korean, gonna cost you around $800. No matter what brand it is, it's gonna be in that general area of $800. And then you get the full range, full bridge amplifiers, and they're $400. They're half the price. Why are they half the price? They're half the price because the product it takes to create that power is a cheaper. The parts cost less. In life, we know that if a product costs less, there's a reason. No matter what it is. No matter what it is. We have a heater here. It's kind of a more expensive heater. You know why I have this more expensive heater? Because I've already tried the cheaper heaters. The ones that were half the cost. This one was like $130. Okay, I've tried the $60 ones. It was crap. I tried the $80 ones. It was crap as well. This one here is great. So I know a quality heater is going to start around 100 to 120 bucks, around there. No matter what it is in life, guys, if it's too cheap compared to the normal market, there's a reason. It's either not going to last as long, you're going to have a higher risk of issues, or it's not going to perform the way that it's really supposed to perform. It just is what it is. All right, this enclosure here, back to this enclosure, I tend to go off on these little rants, and I just can't help it because there's so much crap out there, and it bothers me. But double walled all the way around. We don't do that very often, but we wanted overkill on this one. That way, it's going to be pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. I already know it because I've built this before. That's the good thing about coming to a store, a legit store, is they don't have to practice with your money. Okay? We've already tried it all, so we know what works and what doesn't work. We would never put a product in your car that we know is superior to or is inferior to another product. Meaning, why would I create the fourth order with the baffle all the way across? I know that's not going to be the peak performance for this application. I would never do that. Tuning frequency on a bandpass. Often when I create a bandpass, customer will ask me, what's the tuning frequency? And I don't like to give them an answer because what they've heard for years is tuning frequency in regards to a ported box. Well, a ported box works totally different in regards to the tuning. You're going to tune a ported box from 32 to 38. That's just the standard area that you're going to tune to depending upon the customer's taste in music. Tuning frequency on a fourth order, it can be 45, it can be 48, 50 hertz, it can be 52, 53. So if I tell a customer, hey, we're tuning in at 52, and they think they know more than me, they're going to start to question that. And I don't like to be in that position, so I just tell them it'll be loud. Let me do what I have to do, and give me your money. And then once we're complete, you'll be happy, and that's all that matters. Anyways, there's times where you can do the port on the interior, on the exterior. It could be an external port if you're strapped for space or you just like that. This customer told me he wanted it bare wood. Well, I can't let an enclosure leave bare wood no matter what. It's kind of a friend of ours, and I know he likes purple, so I went ahead and painted the interior purple because there's a huge port that you'll be able to look right through. I want it to look as nice as I can. I'm also gonna add this little logo here. It's got our name on it, our phone number, because he loves to help advertise for us, and we greatly appreciate that. This one's going in a newer Tahoe, around a 15 or 14, around there. That's it. That's all I got for you. We're going to turn the heaters on now because I'm freezing. And we're going to put this top on. Just the top is around 40 pounds. This total weight of this enclosure will probably be around 120 pounds, 130 pounds maybe, before the speakers. Once the speakers are in, we'll probably be around 170-ish, around there. If you guys have any questions, please visit wiredcustomsmotorsports.com. You can go to wiredcustoms.com if you type it in wrong. So I got both of those handles just in case. We are on YouTube. We have a ton of content on YouTube. I got a telephone call. Sorry about that. We're on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and of course, Facebook. Call us. We are the easiest store to work with. I will promise you that. Once customers come to us, they never go nowhere else. And the very few times that they have, they've came back. A lot of people will have the inability to come to us because of pricing. But pricing dictates the quality of work. So we are that store that's going to not take any shortcuts. Like, for instance, we only use oxygen-free cable. That's all we have to offer for you. 90% of stores have two options. They'll have oxygen-free wire, and they'll have copper-clad aluminum. And a small percentage will only have copper-clad aluminum because they're hacks. That just is what it is. All this stuff I'm telling you because it's the truth. And a lot of people just won't tell you that. We don't like problems. And I tell people, if you have a problem, that means I have a problem I have to deal with. And I don't like to have to do that. So I like to have as little problems as possible. So we use higher quality equipment. We do higher quality work. Every car we do gets some type of amp rack. We don't just screw it to the floor of your truck or your car. We use wire ferrules on every single amplifier. If you go and look, I have a video on YouTube of an amplifier with a wire ferrule used with just one wire. It was a $1,300 amplifier, and I can swing it around. That tells you that wire is never coming loose. Most problems, most stuff that comes in here to us is poorly installed, and the wires are just barely hanging on. And 90% of the battery terminals is horrible and scary. So bring your car to a store. I don't care if you come to me or another place. Just get it done right. Your homeboy that claims that he can take care of your 2020 Silverado, good luck. You're going to risk a very expensive car to get out of paying a couple $100 more at a store. That would be what's called a poor choice. Don't do that, because we correct problems every day here, and a lot of stuff that we come across is pretty scary. Scary, scary, scary. You're going to risk losing your whole car, somebody screwing up the computer, Somebody putting a positive wire way too close to a negative or ground. Scary, scary. All right, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions, just reach out and we'll help you. Thank you.